what does a millionaire's life look like? What does his day look like?
Right.
Is he sleeping in, being lazy? Is he eating whatever he wants, whenever he wants? Is he like, just ask yourself.
The crypto millionaire might.
Yeah, maybe. And it might look different to everyone, but like, what does that look like? And then just look at yourself and be like, do I look like a millionaire?
Yes.
If someone was with me all day, every day, would my life look like a millionaire?
Right.
And I often ask myself that question. It's in like one of my questions in my journal. It's like, what level of CEO am I? And a lot of times I have to be like, I'm not a worthy CEO of a $100 million company yet.
Right.
That's like, I want to have a $1 billion company. I'm not a $1 billion CEO yet because a $1 billion CEO wouldn't do this. He would be doing this.
Right.
And just, that's all, like, just look at your life, say, what does my day look like? Does it look like a millionaire like day?
Yeah.
No, well, I should probably change some stuff. Do I read a book ever? Do I like do anything to try and make an improvement, or do I just be like, oh, I'm gonna make money someday? You know, like.
Well, dude, even because even just referencing back to Funnel Hacking Live, right? You know how many people who go to those things over and over again, or buy courses and don't actually build their first funnel? Yeah. They start but don't finish, or they like. I was surprised to talk to people who had been gummed to the Funnel Hacking Live for 3 years.
Year, and they're like,
that was my first one ever, by the way. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, that was our first one, right? And I'm sitting there, I'm listening to him, like, you haven't built your. What do you mean you haven't built your funnel? Like, if building your funnel is your biggest, like, you understand that a funnel is like a daily basis thing for us. Like building a funnel is like setting up an IG page or like posting. Like,
I built like 4 for Black Friday.
Like building a funnel. Like, what do you mean? Do you have any idea how many other things you're going to have to do with your business besides just a funnel?
Yeah, like actually make a product, sell a product. Like,
good luck.
Be a business.
Get your, get your whole software. Dude, there's so many things. So by the way, if you're listening to this and you're in Funnel Hacking Live, you haven't built a funnel, either stop now or just go fucking do it.
Yeah, just
quit giving yourself a time period. Just build it, even if it looks like shit. Put it out there for the world to see that it looks like shit. Congratulations, you built your first funnel. Now adjust, right? Welcome to the life, because my first funnel sucked.
Yeah, I should pull up screenshots. Yeah,
I wish I kept those.
I have some nasty looking funnels, and I sell supplements. Like, you got to trust the landing page of a supplement.
Yes.
And I was selling them on the ugliest sketchiest thing, but it's like, man, you just got to do it.
Let me ask you something, right? Because you're in the fitness industry, but you're not just in the fitness industry, because you do it a little bit differently, right? Because the fitness industry, I mean, dude, we could talk about that industry and how it's a mess, right? It's a big mess. And then how there's, like, everyone's got, like, wants to get a supplement line, proteins, creatines, pre-workouts, trend bologna sandwiches. But you're taking at a completely different approach, which probably stems a lot from what your dad talked about. And this is something that's super interesting, because if I kind of look at the medical industry and the fitness industry in a very similar way, in a bad way. Yeah. And what I mean by that is I believe the medical industry is one of the most corrupt industries on the entire fucking planet, 100%. Next to Wall Street.
Yep.
You look at Big Pharma and Wall Street.
I think it's worse, but
I agree. I agree with that, right? The shit they pull, like EpiPens running them through the roof, right? Like, we could go on and on about that, but like Wall Street and the corruption that's in Wall Street and finance and business right next to Big Pharma, the corruption that lies in those kind of industries. And when I look at fitness industry, I have to look at the same thing, because I know damn well they're just throwing together these powders and making huge profits on them, right?
And most of the owners have no idea,
right?
No idea. Like,
they don't know.
Yeah, they're business guys or marketers, right? Like,
they go more based off of taste and appearance and how much profit they can get, what's the cost of putting it together, as opposed to, is this really what makes a difference? Because what I've been diving into this a lot. Like, I love the carnivore diet, and I know people can debate me on this all the time, but I was listening to a guy, Alex Hermosy, and he talks about how his thoughts on the fitness industry.
Which, by the way, we should just shout out Alex.
Alex Hermosy, we love you, dude. You're like literally Hercules. Like,
we need to get him on here.
Oh, we should. Yes, absolutely.
Tag Alex, get him on here.
We'll tag Alex for sure. But he was talking about his thoughts on the fitness, and mostly just like diets. Yeah. And I'm sitting here like, because like our entire diet structure has just been based off of a food pyramid that someone put
made
together.
By the dairy farms.
Yeah, exactly. So I sit here and look at it, I'm like, all these things that I've learned in my life have been told to me. How much of them are actually true, or how much of them were just put together by a marketing company? Yeah, 100%. And I'm a marketer because I own a business, right? Yeah. So I know exactly. I'm looking at it from back and I'm like, Yeah, I kind of get that now. You just throw it together to make the profit, make the sales.
You want to sell one thing more than the other. You talk about the one thing more than the other.
Exactly. So walk me through this, because your supplement line is a lot different, and what you guys focus on is that natural healing. That what really is going to, like, 'cause obviously what your dad did to heal from being paralyzed to unparalyzed. Not a small thing, right? So walk me through that.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot that makes us different, but essentially it starts with everything that we do is whole food based. So it comes from actual food, plants, or, and everything's not 100%, we're not 100% plant based because we have like wheys and stuff like that, but it's all food based. There's nothing synthetic. And, a lot of people might say, like, look at the bottle and think it's a natural product or something, but it's a lot deeper than that. And 99% of vitamins on the market are synthetic. So like vitamin C for example, if you look at your bottle of vitamin C, flip the label around, you're going to see it says vitamin C as ascorbic acid. It'll be in parentheses, as ascorbic acid. Essentially what that means is they made vitamin C out of hydrochloric acid, like the stuff from like science class that's like burn stuff, and corn syrup.
Good.
So it's like they literally they mix them, they ferment them. Emergency, right? Like it tastes great because it's literally corn syrup mixed with this fermented process of acid and then reduced down to you get ascorbic acid, and it's crazy. And no one talks about that because it's super cheap to make, and every company puts it in there because the margin's ridiculous. Like literally, I mean, a box of Emergency, if I was to make that product, would probably cost me like 45 cents.
Maybe.
Like the one at the store.
Right.
Like maybe.
And most of that's in the cardboard and the packaging.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Like
Not even in the
ink on the
thing.
Yeah. And so that's what they're selling, because then, they can sell whatever, like $30. But everything that we do comes from whole foods. So our vitamin C product, it comes from acerola cherries and other fruits. Acerola cherries, a lot more than like oranges, but there are some oranges and stuff in there too. But, comes from the actual foods. And so the importance of that is the body actually knows how to use it and utilize it properly. When you take a synthetic vitamin, in the long run, you end up depleting the body, because what ends up happening is your body goes, oh, this is kind of like vitamin C, but in order to actually use it, we got to kind of get the rest of the pieces. We got to put this all together.
Right.
So it actually takes vitamin C out of like your collagen and stuff like that. And so
your body trying to adapt.
Your body's basically trying to make the synthetic thing work.
That's similar to when you get on like a respirator, or you get on like you're stuck on something so long. Your body adapts because it gets this thing coming in and it stops working as much. It's not fighting to build itself back when you cut it off, right? You cut the legs off it basically by supplying it with this synthetic or like this artificial thing that keeps you there. It doesn't build itself back. Exactly. Yeah. Right. I mean, because that's basically what you guys talk about. I mean, your dad talked about the self-healing, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a crazy story. Number one with the self-healing, but if we really understood just how incredible our bodies are,
absolutely,
we wouldn't really be so worried about taking pills.
Yeah.
And dude, I mean, you and me could talk about weed. We could, because with your mom, like who passed away, what was it that she took? You said.
I actually am not sure what the exact drug was. It was a sleeping medication.
Sleeping medication. I know a lot of people who have family members or friends who overdosed on depression medication.
Oh, 100%.
Anxiety medication, Xanax,
yeah, which just makes anxiety worse, by the way. Right.
Exactly, right? You become what's the word I'm looking for here?
Dependent.
Thank you. Dependent on it, right?
And then they got to switch you to another one, switch you to another one. You're just going down this path to keep making it worse. They're not actually fixing. Like, here's the thing. Everyone's been saying COVID. Oh, we don't want to fill up the hospitals, so get vaccinated so you don't have COVID.
Right.
You want to know who fills up the hospitals? Heart disease.
Yes.
Right? That's what fills up the hospitals.
Right.
If they actually were worried about not filling the hospitals, they would stop us from eating cheeseburgers every day.
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
Like, they don't care about filling up the hospital. They're trying to actually fill them up. They're saying, come get the vaccine.
Yes.
Come buy our other products and our other solutions.
Keep coming back.
Over and over and over. They're not trying to not fill the hospitals.
Right.
They're just trying to fill them up like slowly in the right pace.
Yes.
And
you know why though? Cures are extremely unprofitable.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Legitimate cures are extremely unprofitable. what's very profitable is returning customers, right? And yes, it might help for a sec, and but it generates this returning customer. Why would we cure? Yeah. We could talk about this with cancer, right? Oh my gosh, the cancer industry, right? I know too many people with cancer, but I know a lot of other people who have said, honestly, my body healed itself from cancer once, number one. Yeah. I fixed it with my own mentality and my diet. My body fought it off, and my exercise and getting enough, being out in the sun. And once I got into that, and I'm not saying this, I'm a cure for cancer, but I'm just saying there's a lot of people and a lot of studies between that, but you never hear damn shit about it, right? I've never said that before, damn shit. But you never hear that about it. But what you do hear is about the chemotherapy and the radiation treatments and the harsh treatments that honestly really just suppress it down.
Which most people get within 5 years.
Exactly. Then it keeps coming back and keeps inflating like this balloon, right? So what do we do to fix that? Braven, what's the answer to fixing that?
Take on big pharma. Jeez, I don't know, man. I mean, at the end of the day, like it's what I said, like the body is so powerful. We just need to give it the right nutrients. So like at the end of the day, like I truly believe supplements are supplements. They supplement your lifestyle. Yeah. They shouldn't be the answer, right? Like if you're trying to like build muscle or lose fat or whatever, like there's a myriad of things you should do before you start taking supplements. And then let's take a supplement to just improve that and boost that a little bit. Like for me, my goal, like with our supplements in our company, like I just want to help someone get like that little extra edge, like that 1-2% increase, that micro improvement every single day that's going to make a difference in the long run.